Hello everyone, welcome and good evening to all those who have joined, who are still joining, and welcome to the yet another PD session for GEG Punjab and Amritsar. GEGs help bring local educators together in person and online to learn, share, and inspire one another. And that's what we've been doing for long now, for a long time, be it ours or other GEGs that we are a part of. And today, in this PD session, we are going to talk about Book Creator. So Book Creator is a very simple way to create, read, and share ebooks in your class. It is an open-ended, creative, and cross-curriculum kind of a app. And you can create your own teaching resources, or you can. There are so many features, amazing features, which I think John will be sharing with us. So over to you, John. Can you share some of the features? Can we talk about them?
Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely. So I always laugh when we think of Book Creator, because usually when you think of books, right, that's when the math and science teachers are like, peace, right? We're out. We don't do books. We do math and science. But it's so much more than just a traditional kind of book. Multimedia, so videos and photos. You can include your own audio inside of books. You can include drawings, comics. It's basically just kind of everything that you can possibly think of to make a book awesome, wrapped all into one easy to use package that anybody from, 4 years old on up can pick up in a matter of minutes.
I have been using Book Creator for long now, and I simply fell in love with that. I fell in love with it more when I got a free subscription, but before that also, it was a beautiful tool to use. And Vibha here is going to show us how to deal with, how to go about, how to do with the amazing features. So session expert is Vibha. She's TGT Mathematics from Sanskriti School. She's a Google certified trainer and a book creator author with an experience of training thousands of teachers at this age, of course, at school and university levels in Google Workspace for education tools. She's also the Empower Captain of GEG DelhiNCR and has been working to make teaching learning process easier for students and educators alike. She's a resource person for CIET, NCRT, and so on and so forth. So over to you, Vibha. Please take over and teach us how to go about with the books creator.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Arji. Thank you for inviting me here. And I am actually very, very excited to go forward to it. First time I'm meeting John. I have learned about Book Creator from you, from your sessions, from your webinars. So really lovely to meet you. And it'll be like I'm actually going to do it in front of my teacher. He's right here and checking if I've learned it correctly or not.
I've got my grade book right down below. So,
Great. So, Dr. Ajit, I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Then we'll get started.
Yes, it is.
Great.
So, Vibha takes the center stage and we move in the background and Vibha.
Great. So, hello everyone. Good evening. I'm Vibha. Ma'am has already introduced me. I'll not take too long. But before I get started, I just want to say one thing. I hope all of you who are watching, all of you who will watch the recorded session, all of you are doing well. You're keeping safe, you and your families. It's a tough time. So let's just hold on to the hope and this too shall pass. So all my best wishes and prayers with the ones who are suffering or who have suffered. So just keep the hope alive. And with that, we'll get started with the session for today, which is Book Creator. And as you can see from all our faces, it's a super fun tool. So this is where you go. Bookcreator.com is the place where you go to. This is where you start from. So I think I did see a few comments and a few messages from the viewers that they were pretty excited to try this out. I think some of you must have tried this out a little, even if you hadn't earlier. But this is where you're supposed to. It's bookcreator.com. And what exactly is Book Creator? Actually, John just mentioned all these things right here. It's a tool which you can use to make ebooks. It's a tool which can be used on any kind of device, whatever device you're using, whether it's a Mac or a Windows device. students and teachers can collaborate and create books of their own, which is like one of the most amazing features of this. Then users can make interactive pages. As he mentioned, you can put in your voice, you can put in images, you can put in videos. This is one of the reason I fell in love with this tool. You can put in any kind of thing. It's a multimedia ebook. Then, of course, students of all age groups can get into Book Creator. There's no age limit in here. And as we mentioned, teachers and students can collaborate. Yes, teachers can create libraries for their students. So let's say I can create a library for my class 8 student. I can create a library for my class 9 students, and all the topics, all the books related to whatever I'm teaching at whatever point I'm teaching can be in one library, and my students can keep collaborating with that. Going ahead, what all you can do with Book Creator, you can make digital portfolios, you can make storybooks, comic books, you can make step-by-step guides, like resources for your students, whatever you want to teach them, you can make those. You can make school yearbook, you can even make greeting cards, not exactly card, greeting books for your, let's say if it's a birthday in your class, or maybe a farewell of your colleague, or a welcome of your colleague, or anything of that sort. You can make a really fun and really pretty ebook out of it. And believe you me, we're just getting started, and I'll just show you how you can use all these tools. It's really fun, and believe me, had I received a farewell or a welcome message of this kind, it would have been really fun. So this is a small example of how the Book Creator looks like. So this is one of the first features I observed about Book Creator. When you make the book, when you turn the pages, it actually turns like a page in a real book. So this is one of the major features which attracted me to this tool, to try out this tool for the first time. So this is one of the books I have created for my class 8 students to help them revise exponents, the laws of exponents. So this is how your book will look like after you're done. We'll get started. And again, for the ones who have not yet signed in, remember, you're supposed to go to bookcreator.com and remember to sign in as a teacher. So there are a few things. The formatting options are the same for a student and a teacher, but there are a few controls which a teacher has and a student doesn't have. And all of us here are teachers, so please make sure you make use of those controls and you sign up as a teacher. As soon as you sign up, if you're a new user, this is how your window will look like. This is how it will start looking like, that, okay, there are no books in this library yet, and you are supposed to start creating a new book. I'll not take too much theory lesson here. I'll just go to a library and we'll start creating a book together. So this is how my library also looks like right now from this email ID. I've just signed up from another email ID to show all of you. So this is how it looks like. It says that there are no books in this library yet. And if you see here, this is the invite code. So as John mentioned, that we can collaborate. The teachers and students can collaborate. I can show an invite code and I can add my students into this particular library. So the free version, which is pretty powerful, believe me, but the free version only allows you to have one library. The paid version, and two of those paid versions are going for free for two of the viewers today. They will help you have more than one libraries. But believe me, don't stress about having a paid version. The free version is also very powerful. So this is how you'll invite your students into the library. This is how you'll show them the code. They'll join in your Google. Sorry, I was about to say they would join in your Google Classroom. They will join in your Book Creator library. I'm just on default teaching the whole day. So yeah, this is how you will join in your Book Creator library. I am going to start with a new book right here, plus sign new book. And right here, I have a few options. So first option here is I have blank. I have what kind of book do I want to create? Do I want a blank page for every single thing? Do I want panels? So this is a comic version. So this is actually one of the major ways in which Book Creator is being used. I can use panels like in a comic. This is what I'll be using right now, and I'll just show you. But before that, this is another I would say relatively new feature, that Book Creator also has templates now. So just like a presentation, whenever we start a presentation, we try to pick up a template so that we don't have to, invest too much time in designing the slides. So exactly like that, you have a yearbook template, you have a notebook template, you have a cookbook template, and you have some themes as well available right here. So if you are someone who struggles with designing a little, you can pick up a ready-made template and start working on it. Right now, I'm going back and I'm choosing a panel version, which I'll show you how will it look like. I'm going to go for a comic square 1:1. All right. So this is my ebook. This is my book which has started. Remember, very, very first thing you must remember, the first page is always your cover page, right? As it says here as well. Remember, as in any other book, the first page is your cover page, and when you open it, the second and third pages are parallel to each other. So when you're designing your book, remember the cover page, the first page should have things like maybe your name, maybe the title of the book, whatever you want to go on to write on the cover page, on the first page. And remember, when you're designing the pages, second and third pages will be parallel, so design accordingly. 4 and 5 will be parallel, 6 and 7, and so on and so forth. So this is a small thing which we must remember. It happens sometimes that we design it separately, and then when we start looking at it at the end, then we realize that, okay, this is not just going too well. So I'm going to start designing my cover page. Let me just pick up, tomorrow is World Environment Day. I'm going to pick up a topic. This is the topic which I'm going to pick up. So going to this eye inspector, first of all, I want a background for my cover page. I have a lot of comic backgrounds right here. I have this. So just like any other comic books which excite me too much, but you have all these backgrounds here. You have plain color options. So maybe you don't want anything too jazzy. You have plain colors. You have paper. So maybe of course not for the cover page, but maybe you want a paper kind of thing for the pages inside. So you have that option as well. Going ahead, you have borders. I can make sure that, okay, this is how my background will look like. It'll have a little border. I have patterns. This is again one of my favorite ones. These 6, really, really cool. So going ahead, I have textures as well. So all these things, I have really fun backgrounds available with me. So for now, let's just go for a basic one, which is, let's say, green. Yeah, this one. We're going for World Environment Day. I am done with my background color. I am going to put in some text here. I'm going to go to this plus sign, and this is where all your tools lie. I'll be discussing about all those tools step by step. So right now I'm going for a text. I have 4 ways in which I can put in text. So as you can see, these are the very typical comic fonts which are available right here. I'm going to pick up one and I'm going to write World Environment Day. Done. And this is how it's looking like. If I feel that, okay, this is not enough, I want it to cover the whole page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this text box and I'm going to go to this eye, and I have the option right here. I can choose the size of my text. I can choose the alignment of my text. I can make it bold, italic, underline, all those formatting options. I can choose the font style. So if I'm not happy with this font style, I can choose another font style as well. If you're not happy after doing that, here's your undo option. You can always go back to the previous step. Going to the inspector again, I can choose the color. Maybe I'm not happy with the red color. I want a yellow here. Goes better. I can choose the background of the text. Let's say this, not looking too good. Okay, this is decent. So I can choose the background of my text, and these are all the formatting options of the text box right here. Columns is used for the times, mostly for the times when you have a lot of text. So your text will get assigned accordingly. aligned accordingly. Columns is used there. Then you have shadows, just another, a formatting technique, making sure that your text looks a little better. Coming back, if I feel like, okay, I am done with my cover page, I am moving on to the second page now. Going to this arrow right here, moving to the second page. Remember, the second and third pages will be parallel. I have to make sure that they look good. So what I'm going to do is, let's just take the same background, taking the same background. If you're a Bitmoji user, you're in for a fun ride. You can, if you use Bitmoji through your Chrome extension, you can actually pull in a Bitmoji at any point of time without going through this whole process. There are some websites which do not allow you to drag and drop. You have to download, or you have to put in from your phone and all those things. This one right here gives us the option. So I'm going to put in a Bitmoji, dragging it here. All right, I have my Bitmoji here, putting it here, and this is it. So let me say my second page, I want to start my book with saying that, okay, what are the resources that I use on a daily basis? I have the option to the speech bubble or the thought bubble. So let me put in the thought bubble and let me start writing. Which resources do I use the most? All right. Again, I have, whenever you want to format, whether it's your page, whether it's your text, whenever you have to format anything, just select that, go to the the inspector option. I have the option to change the color of my bubble. So right now I'm changing the color of my bubble. Going back, I can put in a shadow for my bubble. Border, do I want the border or not? Do I want the, what thickness do I want for my border? What color do I want for my border? All these options are available here. I have the text settings. So I feel like, okay, this text is a little too small. I can, sorry, it's just, yeah. I can increase the font style. I can change the, I can increase the font size. I can change the font style. I can change the font color. All these options are available with me. So I feel like, okay, this is done. My second page should be this, that, okay, which resources, there's this person who's wondering which resources do I use the most. Moving to the third page.
Vibha,
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, hi. So people are asking that they loved the extension of Bitmoji and how to bring in your own creativity with Bitmoji.
Okay, so Bitmoji, sorry, did you say something else?
Yeah, and before we can move on, can we have a small, like 2 minutes thing, and we will roll the spin and we'll spin the wheel, and yes, and then we can pick up 2 letters for our free subscriptions. So, ma'am, are you ready?
Yes.
In 2 minutes, people, we will.
Should I stop presenting, ma'am?
I'll remove yours, and then ma'am's can be that. Yep.
Okay.
Mala ma'am, we are ready?
Yes, ma'am. Is this visible? Is the screen visible?
No. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
Can I spin?
Let John do it. Come on, John. You are here. So let him announce. You spin and he will announce.
All right, are you ready? Here we let's spin it. Spin the wheel. Oh. Oh, it just keeps creeping. Oh, J for John.
Woo. All the names with J, and we need 2 letters. Come on, Mala ma'am, once again, quickly. We need 2 letters. One is J, and people, the names beginning with J, I would
it was K. I jumped the gun. It was K.
K. Right. Mala ma'am?
Here we go.
Yes, ma'am, I started.
Okay. Here we are. So all the names beginning with K and all the names beginning with oh, come on, it creeps.
It does.
Oh, T.
S.
T.
Yes, it is T. All right. So all the names beginning with K and all the names beginning with 20. Please, in the comment box, post in your names. Mala ma'am will do the rest, and we are going to announce the winners at the end of the show, right? So here are very excited, Vibha, about Bitmoji. I will settle their queries about Bitmoji, and you can go on with your presentation. Yeah. So here we are.
Great. So for the ones who were asking what's Bitmoji, so first of all, Bitmoji is totally another app. It's just integrated with Book Creator. So Bitmoji is an app. It's a mobile app, Android, iPhone, whatever you're using. It's a mobile app where you can create your avatars. You can actually choose, okay, this is how my eyes look like. This is how my hair look like. This is how I dress. And you can actually create an avatar of your own. It's called Bitmoji. All right. After you're done creating, I'm very sorry, I'll not be able to show you right here, and we don't have a lot of time as well. Bitmoji, download the mobile app, create your avatar there, and you can choose all those options which come in. You can use it for WhatsApp or any other thing on your mobile. If you want to use your Bitmojis on your laptop as well, go to a Chrome extension called Bitmoji. If you're not aware, it's Chrome extensions are some extra programs, some additional programs which you can add into your Chrome browser. You go to Chrome Web Store and you can install your Chrome extension called Bitmoji, sign in there, and all the avatars which you had created, all the pictures that you had created in your mobile phone will start showing up here.
Absolutely. So now we can go on with Book Creator for what we have already collected here. And people, if you have any queries about Bitmoji, just post it in the comment box. I'll take care of that.
Great.
Right? Go on.
So yes, of course, this is something I just showed because I got very excited with this integration. You can put in any other images as well, which I'll show you right away. I'm going to the next page. I'm choosing the background, and what I'm going to choose now is I'm going to choose panels. So this is where you'll understand the difference between the blank pages book and the panels pages book. You have panels right here. So just try to remember that whenever we used to have comic books have panels all over. So this is what is happening here. I have panels. Sorry. I can choose what kind of panel do I want. 2, 3, 4. I also have 6 and 9 kind of panels. So whatever your situation is, I'm going to choose this one right here. I want 4 panels in my page 3. Right here, as I said, even if you're not a Bitmoji user, even if you don't want to be a Bitmoji user, that's not at all a necessary thing. I am going to upload an image. You can upload an image from your computer. You can search for an image. This is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go to this plus sign, going to media, and I'm going to import. So I'm going to import images here. I have the option to import a location from a map, from a Google map. I have the option to import a file from my device, from my laptop. I can pick up a file from my drive, from my Google Drive, or I can embed a link. As John mentioned, you can embed a YouTube link into your book as well. So whatever video you want to put in, you can put in. You can just copy and paste a link, and it will get embedded here. Right now, I'm going to show you images. So what we were talking about resources, and let me search for an image which is water. Remember, these images are free to use. So there's no copyright issue. There's no infringement problem here. I'm going to pick up an image and I'm going to add. So similarly, you can add in any images. You could have an image in your system which you want to add in, or you want to search for an image and add in. So this is what I want in my first panel. Now this is one way of inserting an image. There's another small way of inserting an image whenever you have a panel page. So I'm going to click on one panel, clicking on one panel, and I have the option to insert an image from here, or even I can turn on my camera. I can allow my camera and I can put in my own image as well into the book. Well, I am a resource which I use daily, so I can put in my image as well. But I am going to go for this again. I'm going to choose this image, going to search for this time, let's say fuel. Okay, let's say this one, add, and you'll see the difference between the insertion of images this way and this way. Whenever I insert an image inside a panel, the image gets, sorry, the image fits into the panel perfectly. This is the difference between inserting an image when you have a panel page. All right, let me just put in another image. Let's say food is something we need to, start using wisely. I can add it in. My system is a little slow right now. It's taking a little while. I also have the option to resize it. Okay, if I feel like, oh, this did not really fit in well. I had so many pictures that it hasn't fit in pretty well. Let me just resize it. I can rotate it and make sure that more things work. I have resized it and made sure that more food elements fit into my panel. Similarly, just the last time, I am going to go for electricity. Picking this image, add. Okay, yeah, right here. So as I said, you can resize your image. You can move the image so that it fits your panel perfectly. So remember, whenever you're using a paneled page, try to insert your image inside the panel so that it looks better. You can clearly see the difference between the first image and the next three images. So this is the clear difference between those. So this is how we're going to use the media option. Right now, before moving on, I'm going to show you how our book is looking like right now. So I'm going to go to this play option, the first option, the cornermost option right here. I'm going to go to this. This was my first page. When I turn, second and third pages, as I said, they're parallel to each other, and this is how they're looking like. So if I feel like, okay, this is going pretty well, let me go back to editing. Let me add another page and let me add another thing. So another very interesting tools. Let's start talking about a few of them. As I mentioned, you have the panels under comics. You have panels, speech, thought bubble, text. You have stickers right here. I can, again, just like a comic book, I might need a sticker which says whatever I'm doing. Let's say I can put in some stickers right here. Going to this plus sign. After comics, there's an option which is called shapes. I have quite a few options of putting in shapes here. So I am a maths teacher. I use this quite a lot. And I mean, this is something which, it's a very interesting tool to teach geometry, to actually collaborate with students and ask them to put in their views. Okay, what are the properties of a quadrilateral? What are the properties of a parallelogram, and so on and so forth. So shapes are a very interesting tool. There are some options available right here, or I can search for something. I search for a circle. It's not just a basic plain circle which comes up. There are quite a few types of circles which come up. Okay, I'm sorry. This is something which is available. I use it in my upgraded version. This is not available in the free version, I suppose. I think John will be able to help us out here. This is something which is not available in the free version.
That is correct. So this is a partnership we have with the Noun Project. And so the Noun Project, roughly 2 to 3 million icons that appear in that search bar. So yes, that is a paid feature. So you need a paid account for that.
Yeah. So the ones which are available right here are available for free. But if you want to search for something else, those are in the paid version.
But I will say even the free versions have awesome features. Awesome.
I agree.
So please do go and try once.
Definitely. I totally agree. I mean, I was using the free version pretty well until I got certified, and I used that to get the paid version. But yeah, so this is what was shapes. This is something which I didn't know. So thank you, John. So coming back to this one, this option right here, media. Now, this is one of my favorite options, which is called pen. I'm going to go for pen. So a lot of times, especially when you're working with kids, there might be times which you want, when you want that, okay, a child should be able to doodle something on the screen, in the book. You want them to write something on the book. And as I mentioned that, our age-old ways of giving farewells to our colleagues, we used to write notes. So maybe you want to do something like that. You want to create an ebook and you want handwritten notes in the book. Go ahead. This is what you will use. Sorry. This is the pen tool option available right here. I can start making anything. I have, even if you don't have a stylus, you can use it perfectly with the mouse, and I'll show you how to. You have brush types, whatever kind of brush you want. You have color option, you have the thickness option. You can choose any of these things right here. What option, the reason I love this tool the most is auto. So this is for the people like me who struggle with sketching. So when I try to draw a circle, I end up making something really horrible. Okay, this is not bad. So if you see, as soon as I drew a circle, it gave me a lot of suggestions. So maybe it just thinks that, okay, maybe I want to make an egg. Maybe I want to make a broken egg. This is an Easter egg as well. So I have all these options right here. So I can use, let me just show it to you again. I'll show you how exactly we got here. So for the ones who missed this step, because it's a very, very interesting option you should know about, I'm going to click on plus sign, media, pen. I have the first 4 options are totally for freehand drawing. If you're confident about your skills, please go ahead, draw. If you're not, click on this. And this time, let me try making a bulb. If it didn't. Okay, it's that bad. Yeah, it hasn't recognized it. It does recognize, but my sketching is that bad. But yeah, this is, as you can see, whenever I draw an image, it gives me suggestions that, okay, what do you want? Do you want a racket? Do you want a mushroom or anything of that sort? So you can really use it to beautify your images. And as we mentioned that if you don't have the paid version of Book Creator, and the shapes, you might not be able to use those shapes, you can actually just draw and choose a suggestion from whatever they are giving, and you can use it as an alternative for shapes. As I said, even if you don't have a stylus, use the auto pen tool, use your mouse, and it will give you quite a few shapes. I'm pretty sure you don't draw as bad as me. So emojis options, children, and I will include myself here, love emojis. So whenever you want, if you're doing something of that sort, especially if it's an informal thing, even if it's something where you are talking about your content, your curriculum, you can put in emojis there as well. So this was all about pen tool. I'm going to go back, and this is how my pen tool or all my options which I use from my pen tool look like. Okay, let me move to the next page. Sorry. Okay, again, going to media and going to the last option here, which is record. Again, really, really helpful feature. I'm going to record. And let's say start recording. Okay, students, what are the resources which you use on a daily basis? Stop recording. I can listen to my recording. I hope you're able to listen to this recording. Okay, students, what are the resources which you use on a daily basis? So if I feel like, okay, I am satisfied with this recording, I can use it or I can delete it. Right now, I feel like, okay, this is pretty good. I can use the recording. I'm going to use this recording. This sticker comes up right here. If you want a very, very small tip, which I actually follow, especially whenever you're putting in a recording, whenever you're putting in an audio, make sure that you actually specify. So there are a few students who don't remember, they feel like, okay, this must be some sticker. Put in some small thing. Let's say, let me put in a small sticker, and let me say, putting in a text, and I'm going to put in, listen to this. Done. Okay. I can do this. The children will just, whenever they open this book, they'll click on it and they'll start hearing whatever I have recorded for them. Again, before moving on, I'll show you how exactly our book is looking like right now. I mean, this page was pretty much a mess. I had it rough. The reason I want you to look at this is the very, very, very interesting feature, which is read to me. So whenever you share this book with the child or with anyone else, they will also have the option to get this book read to them. The advantage here, especially for the kids who are suffering with some reading disabilities, we have special children in all our schools, right? There are students who struggle with reading disabilities a lot, quite a few of them. So this is where they'll get a lot of help. And for people like me, if you're feeling lazy, you can actually get the book read out to you. You can get it read out, and I'm just going to click on it, and you'll see how there's not a lot of text on this page. There's a text on the next page. You'll see the difference. Wherever there's text, it'll read it out, and it'll even read out the audio recording. So I'm going to click on this.
Yeah. Listen to this.
Okay, students, what are the resources which you use on a daily basis?
You've reached the end of the book. Read again. Made with Book Creator.
So whatever text, however long it is, however short it is, whatever text you put in on a page, the student or anyone else can get it read out to them. This is a pretty helpful feature, and again, available with the free version. This is a very, very helpful feature, and I have had a lot of students coming back to me and saying that, okay, this really, really helped us a lot. So this was it. I am going to go back to edit, and I'm going to go to this plus sign. Remember, whenever you reach an even number page, that could be the end of your book. So if you want the end of your book to look nice, you may want to put in your picture, you may want to put in your details. So before I move to the last page, I just want to show you, let's search for, as we mentioned, let's search for a YouTube video. You can embed a YouTube video as well. So I'm just going to all right, let me take up this copy link, and I'm going to embed it in my book. So this is the title. I may want to change the title of the book. I mean, change the title of this video in particular. So this is something maybe I want in particular for my children, that, okay, this, you should watch this video or something of that sort. I can do that. I can customize the title in my book, and I'm going to add it. It starts appearing right here. If whenever I play it, whenever the children read this book, they have the option to click on it and start playing. They can start watching the YouTube video. So great. John is right here teaching us about Book Creator. So Dr. Ajit, I'll just stop a little. If there's any issue, any doubt coming up, anything I should repeat, anything at all, please let me know.
All the doubts and the queries, we are getting many, but John has been very helpful. He's been settling all the queries as and when they are coming. Otherwise, I would have been bombarded with the queries. All right, and yeah, and they are loving it, Vibha. They're loving the app. They're loving the features. So yeah, if you have anything to ask Vibha, yeah, you can always post your comment or post your query. Anything.
Yeah, please let me know. Right. So remember, as I said, I can go back to editing, and remember, whenever you reach an even number of page, that could be the end that could be the last page, that could be the cover page, the back cover of your book. So you can put in your image, you can put in some contact details and say, okay, you can reach out to me or at this email ID or social media handle, whatever it is. Then I think I have discussed about mostly everything. I also have the option to reorder the pages. If I feel like, oh, this page should come here and this page should come here, I can go back and I can just do that. I can click on pages and I can reorder my pages. So it does happen sometimes, especially when you're creating a book with a lot of pages. It does happen sometimes that, okay, I put in something and then I forgot to put in some other thing. You can reorder at any point of time. Going back, I have actually the creation part of Book Creator, I have actually discussed from my end. I have discussed everything. It's as we always say, it is up to your own creativity as well. One thing I really would want to discuss, going back to the website, is this discover option. So when you sign up to Book Creator, you have the option to create your libraries. You have the second option, which is discover. So under discover, so I mean, this is something I love about our educator community. All of us are always ready to share resources, ready to share knowledge with each other. So this is where it actually helps, discover option. So I would suggest, especially I understand everybody is busy in these times. Before you start creating something of your own, make sure you look under the discover option. Maybe it's a very, very high possibility some teacher on this planet has made a book on that particular topic. You can use a book, you can just pick up the link, you can actually see here. If you see, I can actually choose the level, whatever level I'm teaching. I can choose this option. I have these books about not just about content, not just about students. There are a few books about, as you see, subjects as well. There are a few books about digital citizenship. There are a few books about PDs as well. So some trainers, some wonderful trainers have created books about PDs as well. So you will find quite a lot here. And as we always say, there's no end to learning. And John is right here with us. And if you see, you have the option to become Book Creator Certified Author. And John teaches us very well. I can vouch for it. I hope I was a good student. So you can actually you can view the course here. And this is roughly a 1-hour course. Of course, it's a self-paced course. You can actually stop anytime in between. You can go ahead. You can do all your, experiments you can do, and then you can come back. It's not a hard and fast rule that you have to sit throughout the 1 hour. It's a self-paced course. Roughly takes 1 hour. But you can actually use all these things. You can actually learn how to use all these things. I have discussed all of them right here as well, but it's always better to learn from the expert. So yeah, John, I hope I did discuss everything. Please let me know if there's anything I missed out on.
No, you did fantastic. So yeah, great job, and love all the questions that are coming through in the chat line and everything like that. So yeah, no, great stuff, and I'm glad that everybody loves Book Creator, and I love seeing all the comments in here. So I did my best to answer as many as I could.
If any of you have any problem, any step you want me to repeat, we do have a little more time in our hands, so we can do that. Please let us know.
Also, John, why don't you tell them about how the app is going to work with the mobiles? Because right now I don't see, so they would love to see how it works.
Yes, so the mobile question is great. So for editing and creating a book, you have to use it on a device with a big enough screen. If you try to create a book on a mobile phone or something like that, it's not going to be a great experience. So we limit that for now. So in terms of viewing on the mobile device, if you publish a book, and maybe we could show that.
Yeah, I do.
Here.
Thank you. Thank you.
But if you publish a book online, you get a link, and then you can share that link out with whoever you want. And when you share that link, then anybody, even on a mobile device, can view your book as long as they have an internet connection.
Right. So thank you for pointing that out. I missed out a very, very important step. After you're done creating your book, you would want to share it with your students. You would want to publish it first of all. So I come here inside my library, since this is the only book I have. Inside my library, if I have one or more than one books, I will start seeing all these books right here. I can click on any of them. Click on this, and first of all, I'm going to publish it online. So I have to give it a name. So maybe you want to give it so maybe you want to give it your name. You want to put in, say, class 8 geometry. You want to put in class 5 prepositions, anything of that sort you can put in. Author is automatically your own name, and you can publish the book. You can publish the book from here, and if you see, I have this option, copy, public, share, link to clipboard. I can copy the link from here and I can share it with anybody, whether it's on email, WhatsApp, text message, whatever way. I can just copy this link from here and I can share it with anyone I want. And I can, at any point of time, say, let's say I feel like, especially when I'm creating a book of a topic which is always, getting updated. So maybe I'm making an ebook about Google Docs, which keeps getting updated. So one day I feel like, oh, my book is a little outdated. I don't feel like I have updated the recent features of Google Docs. I can go back here and I can stop publishing at any point of time. So whoever has my link or whatever way they're looking at my book, they'll immediately stop being able to look at my book. So I can stop publishing at any point of time. I can update my book and then I can republish it.
So fun fact, you actually, if you just want to make some adjustments, you can make the adjustments in the book. You don't even have to stop publishing it. It just automatically reappears. Now, if you want to stop publishing,
it might take more time.
No, you certainly can stop publishing if you want to. But it just updates automatically. So if you have the link, then you automatically get the most up-to-date version of the book.
And people, we created this time, my school, we created our almanac using this app. So that was a brilliant thing that it took time because a lot of design tools were there. I just couldn't restrain myself from including from anything to everything. But yes, when we published it, the parents loved it, the children loved it, and it is cost effective. You do not have to print anything. It's right there. So please go on, use it, and it is going to be a lot of fun. Not only for you, creating is going to be fun, but the children are going to love being in your class when they know that today is going to be another book. Today is going to be another session where we are going to see a lot of creativity from the teacher. And of course, saves time. As I always say, as teachers, our only complaint, or most of the time we complain about, we do not have enough time on our hands. So think, apps like these, they save time. Once you've made it, it's there forever. You just have to make a few changes here and there and publish and republish, and you're done. And you know what? I came across a school. I can't stop telling about them to everybody. What they had done was they had asked us students to make projects, journals, etc., etc. And what they did was they took a printout and they put it for sale on their open house day. And the parents were more than happy to buy it. And the school was making money, and they spent it on COVID, donations and everything. So that was a wonderful, wonderful idea. So here we are educators, we are vice principals joining all from all corners of the country. So why don't we also do something of the kind? And we make money, children have fun, parents are happy. It's a win-win for everybody. So that is the kind of app this is. I told you in the beginning only, I fell in love with this app when I was using it, and the love has been increasing only day by day. So this is
especially the colors which come up, no? I mean, especially the colors and the options which are available. I personally made a birthday greeting for a friend of mine, and all my friends were super impressed, and they were like, "How did you do it?" I said, "That's just a talent that I have. I didn't reveal it to them." It's actually pretty fun.
Super talented and super fun. This app is super fun. You don't feel as if you are working when you are working with this app. right? So how to start, Rupinder ma'am, how to start Book Creator? You just have to write Book Creator on the Omnibox, on the search, in the search box, and there you are. Which I guess it is going to be supported by all the browsers, whichever browsers and everything, right?
Yeah.
So whichever browser you are working with, it's going to be supported there. You just have to write bookcreator.com, and there you go. And
it is supported by Safari, Chrome, and Microsoft Edge. Those are the three browsers right now that we support.
Okay, it is going to be supported, and these are the three mainly being used by Indians. I know that we are mostly on these three browsers only. So yeah, it's we can download the book, we can publish the book, we can print the book. Yes, it's there for us. And thank you so much. Thank you, Vibha. And I may add Mala ma'am if she's there, so that we can have our winner also, and I will share. Now, once we announce the winner, what I am going to share my email ID right now in the chat box. Please make it a point that you mail me your email ID details, and we should be able to go forward, sharing the free codes with you. I'm just sharing my email ID in the comment box. So whoever is the winner, you just have to do what? Okay, Vibha, don't wave as yet. We still have 5-7 minutes. So Vibha is waving his hand. So yeah, Mala ma'am, are you there?
Connection went away, so I'm just doing it with my mobile. So can I?
No problem. Yeah, please go forward, ma'am. Move forward. Share the screen. Rupinder ma'am wants us to take more draws, but see, John is right here. You can communicate to him for as many free subscriptions as you want. He has already posted his mail ID.
If I wish I had that kind of power. I don't have that power.
Ma'am, I had a problem, so I'm just playing here from my.
Never mind, ma'am. We can see it. We can see it. Come on.
I love the creativity here. This is great.
So where have we stopped, ma'am?
Karuna Gupta.
All right,
Karuna Gupta. So Karuna, you are going to get a free subscription. You can please post in a mail to me, and I will give you the code. And another was, one very smart lady I saw, well, that is Mukta Sablok. Her name is Mukta. But when she joined, when she saw a tea, she joined with a Tech for Tips, her own YouTube channel. And I give it for all the creativity, Mukta ma'am. You were very smartly joined with a tea, and you were the only person who joined with a tea. So the next code is for Mukta ma'am. Mukta ma'am, please get in touch with me. Just drop in your email ID, and I will share the code with you. So John, we have two names. We have Mukta ma'am, and okay, Karuna wants my email ID. I'll just post it. And in the meantime, John can take up explaining more of the features if he wants.
Yeah, so I guess the only thing I really want to say is, at the beginning we talked a little bit about how difficult things have been, right? And stay strong and be safe. And I think I mentioned this in a session a couple weeks ago that over the last year I've learned three things. And one, teachers are really stressed out right now, right? It is a mess of a time for everybody. I mean, we've been going through this pandemic for 15 months, I guess, at this point, which is unbelievable to think of. In some places, things are getting better. In some places, things are getting worse. And it's just there, right? But because of that, things have been very, very stressful, right? And so that's number one, right? We're all stressed out. We all, have no idea, what we're going to do sometimes. And we just kind of have to take it day by day. The second thing that I've learned is that during this time when everybody's stressed out, we all need help. And that's why sessions like this are fantastic, and being able to try something new can be great. But the third thing that I've learned, and why I think Book Creator is probably the most important thing right now, is that when teachers are stressed, when teachers need help, easy always wins. And there are not many tools out there that I can pick up and show a 4-year-old and have a 4-year-old use it within 5 to 10 minutes. There's not a huge learning curve. And so I encourage all of you, instead of me going through, some of my favorite features, because, you've done a great job today of doing all of that. I encourage you to just go play and push some buttons and try things out. You're not going to break Book Creator if you push buttons, right? You're gonna have a great time with it. And I think somebody had mentioned it earlier in one of the comments. You can use Book Creator for anything and for everything. You can create your own educational materials. Your students can create learning and share what they've learned, through a certain unit. And a lot of times kids just want to make books on their own because they're aspiring writers, and authors. So it's just amazing the things that can be done. But it is easy. Your kids are going to love it. The templates, specifically, I've never been a template kind of person. I like the blank page. I like to try things. But sometimes the blank page is a little daunting. It's a little scary for teachers and for kids, because they see this blank white square and they're just like, well, what do I do? Right. So I love the templates because it does give you that idea of what a page could look like, and the power of simplicity. So it's a very simple tool, but if you take some time to look at it, you can really make some things that are astounding. I mean, I've seen some of the stuff I've seen our graphic designers put together I'm just like, how did you even do that? I don't understand. And I watch them make a page, and it's phenomenal. So I highly encourage you to just go in there, play around, do the certification course by, going in. Once you log in, click on that Learn tab and click on the certification course. But it's hard for me to pick one or two of my favorite features because I like them all, and they help everybody from a former special ed teacher standpoint. It doesn't get any better. And all of your kids, regardless of age, regardless of ability level, they're all going to be successful. They're going to love it. And that is going to help you in the classroom.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So go teachers, go around, have fun, have a lot of as John mentioned earlier also, we have been in a lot of stress. Our governments, nobody thanked us for what we did, and that came very late. It did come, but came very late. But yes, it is a huge acknowledgement from my side, from each one of us, to each one here present or anywhere. You are doing an amazing job. So let's keep doing that, and let's keep learning. Let's keep collaborating. And if you have anything to ask, this video is going to be there on the YouTube channel. If you want to revisit it, if you want to see if you missed something, you can definitely go on and revisit it. And if you have any queries, please do post then as well. Even if it is not live, I will try to, or John will, or Vibha will, we will try to get back to you with your queries and try to settle it. Right? So yeah, thank you so much all for joining. Thank you so much, John. I know it is really early in Ohio, but again, thank you for joining us. And Vibha has been great in her presentation. Vibha, you're going to get a lot of appreciation. Go and read the go and read the comments.
Actually, my Wi-Fi has started. I mean, there's a bad storm outside, so my Wi-Fi.
Yes, as well. We are from Delhi and we are experiencing the same thing. But yes. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I will see you next week on Friday at 4:30. Thank you so very much. With that, I end the broadcast.